A bigger, brighter Goafest. That's what the men at the Ad Club and the AAAI are trying to achieve with the Abbeys this year. A few tweaks to the jury system, more categories, a new venue, a later date. But is that enough to get the agencies to bite the bait? Can the murky, distasteful Goafest 2013 be erased? And is the organising committee doing enough to get complete industry support? Chandni Kamble spoke to a host of ad men to get their take. Let's hear them out.
Goafest 2013 was an ugly fiasco many wished they could sleep through. Scams, biased judging, agencies backing out and endless controversies left the Abbeys in a complete muddle. Add to that, the country's top ad agencies, Lowlintoss and Ogilvy, going their own way to launch internal awards shows. The future of the Indian advertising Oscars certainly looked bleak.
All the people who work towards making it less relevant, asking, oh, is it relevant anymore? No, you freaking idiot. You kind of took meaning out of it.
But last week, the Goafest committee promised a complete makeover of this prestigious awards show, claiming to have reworked the structure.
The credibility is almost zilch at this moment.
I don't think, these particular changes will make everybody come rushing back.
The question is whether it's a little too late and a little too less.
The AGC's attempt to clean up the Abbeys, be it the 10-day window to flag off questionable entries, to new categories, to no super jury, hasn't really resonated with the industry.
Adding more categories is not something that, is not going to fundamentally increase credibility. It will only increase chaos probably.
I welcome the idea that there are categories, and I think, the more categories, as long as they're relevant and they're not just to increase the award tally of an agency, then it's good.
A lot of the agencies are guilty of scam work. So it will be interesting to see who's calling whom out. Either there will be complete silence because everybody is as guilty, or there will be complete chaos. Yeah, because it will be very difficult to prove and counter-prove, and these things take a lot of time and could end up becoming a slanging match between various agencies and the authorities.
They have used it earlier. They had only more trouble than any kind of solution in that. And the other thing, by and large, is what is a scam and what is not a scam. If you leave it to a public debate, there will always be 200 interpretations.
So, with the admin not overly impressed with the changes and the beating that the Abbeys got in 2013 still fresh in everyone's memory, Goafest seems to have lost all credibility, making the organising committee's attempts futile before the festival even begins. In fact, most agencies are focusing more on global platforms such as the Cannes Lions Festival. Leo Burnett, for instance, is taking its largest contingent ever to Cannes this time around, with around 30 employees, and in all likelihood will be giving the Abbeys a miss.
So as part of reinvention, Cannes gives much more exposure to people in every medium. And then there are far more valuable seminars there, knowledge, which is far greater than what you can get in Goafest. So instead of taking the entire agency to Goafest and then spend all the money, we said, maybe it's the right time for us to invest. If you want to reinvent, you must know what is happening in the world.
If you think Goafest is not credible, then you would rather spend your money elsewhere. We are not necessarily going to support something just because it is of the Indian advertising industry. If it is of the Indian advertising industry, it needs to also set a certain benchmark and a certain standard for the industry.
The organising committee is attempting to get some sort of processes back into play, but popular consensus among the madmen was that their actual concerns on judging parameters, petty politics within the jury and management were not addressed at all. So as of now, who's attending the Band Baja Barat?
And I'm not a stakeholder in the award, so I don't give a damn. As of now, it's a waste of money.
As things stand today, the Goafest for us is a no-no.
Participation is not that important to us.
So if these modifications aren't enough to gather support, what more do the creative minds wish for?
So more than your scam, all of those things, I think first the award needs to be autonomous and be very clear about what it wants to stand for. If it wants to be a scam award, brilliant, make it a scam award, and then we'll all participate on a common sort of a platform. The only way this award will gain any credibility is by having some really drastic measures and not like some superficial measures of let's call people and let's increase category and let's try and say that, you know, we'll give you 10 days window. It's going to be, I guarantee you some more muck throwing this year.
The only way to clean that up is to give it to a third party and then get a can or get any other professional organizers, and then you give it to them and then let them decide what they want to do, and then you just sponsor the event.
Undoubtedly, Goafest needs more than a few tweaks to get itself in shape. But shouldn't the industry take it upon itself to make that change? How long will we have armchair critics who seize every opportunity to quell any move, be it significant or incremental? This year, for instance, when asked for suggestions to better the festival, most ad men threw up their hands. So, the industry as a whole needs to make up their mind. They either invest in it wholeheartedly or watch the abbeys disappear.